A Grand Rapids area student taken from Central Michigan University's campus, raped, and then able to escape. Tonight, her attacker is dead.
We are following every development tonight with team coverage. Police say Eric Ramsey is the man behind the violent attack. He forced her into a car in the parking lot of the Student Activity Center late last night, attacked her, then told her she was going to die.
But she broke free and ran to the closest home. Ramsey went after her and tried setting that home on fire. Several hours later and 70 miles away, Ramsey drove a stolen truck into police cruisers, and an officer shot and killed him.
We know several of you have kids who go to Central and are wondering tonight what campus police are doing to try and keep this from ever happening again.
24-hour News 8's Ryan Takeo is in Mount Pleasant tonight with that answer.
Campus police and leaders plan to review safety procedures with student input here on campus while they continue to stress a community proactive approach.
Normally, I wouldn't think of this as being a really dangerous place.
Normally, Wayland's Katie Greenman feels safe on CMU's campus. Today, she got an email about last night's abduction at the Student Activity Center. Police say Eric Ramsey abducted a student, drove her home and raped her, and threatened to kill her before she escaped.
So I come out and I hear banging on the door and I hear like someone screaming help.
Ramsey tried setting that house on fire. He led police in a pursuit and died in a shootout with police hours later. The news spread to students like Greenman and their worried parents today.
They saw it on the news or they got an email too, so yeah, they knew about it. They were kind of concerned.
What would you say to them?
I would say, I understand you're shaken. I think you have every right to be shaken.
CMU's police chief plans to review campus security plans through discussions with students.
Not only do I want everybody on this campus to be safe, but I want them to also feel safe.
For us, it's kind of gut check time.
For a student, a campus, a community that feels like it got kicked in the gut, there's a renewed sense of finding solutions for a problem that seemed senseless.
We know there's trauma here. We know that there's people crying right now. We know that there's students that are not going to sleep well tonight. How can we help them?
The police chief stressed several programs available here on campus, including a mandatory safety orientation for all incoming students, free safe rides for anyone that doesn't feel comfortable walking across campus at night, but also peer advocates, just in case this story triggers any flashbacks for any other students. In Mount Pleasant, Ryan Takeo, 24-hour News 8.
Ryan, thank you. Just moments before that suspect was shot and killed, he posted this update on his Facebook page saying, "Well, folks, I'm about to get shot. Peace." 24-hour News 8's Marley Ginter's live in studio with more on who Eric Ramsey was. Marley?
Well, Brian, he had just gotten out of prison last July. A prison spokesperson says Ramsey was, quote, pretty good while in prison. After his release, he held a job and tested negative for drugs. Tonight, we spoke with a CMU professor who specializes in profiling sex crime aggressors. He was shocked to hear that Ramsey went after his victim and tried to set that home she was in on fire.
And then when the young woman has the courage to escape, which was incredible, for him to pursue and then try to burn her out, what's it, weird. And that's so unusual. I can't even put my head around it.
The professor was also shocked Ramsey abducted the student in such a public place, a well-lit parking lot at the school. He told us it seemed as though the suspect did not care if police would catch him. Brian?
Thank you, Marley. On 24-hour News 8 at 5, we spoke with a police officer about how you can help protect yourself from becoming a victim of sexual assault. You can watch that entire interview on woodtv.com.